Hey everyone, ready for a glimpse into the future? We're taking a deep dive into EON Reality's AI-powered XR platform.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's about learning new skills, but also like switching careers even.
Whoa, hold on. Switching careers.
Yeah, that's what they're promising, making it easier and more effective. And they're using virtual reality and AI to do it.
Well, I asked 2025, remember? Half of all employees need reskilling by 2025. We've hit that point.
Right. Wild. So what's EON Reality's plan?
They're creating what they call an end-to-end learning path. It uses your resume, LinkedIn profile, all that data to assess your skills and see where you might need to upskill. Basically, it's a personalized roadmap for your career
So
AI-powered.
no more just signing up for random online courses.
No more guesswork. Their AI-powered skill assessment pinpoints your exact needs and makes a hyper-efficient learning path, saves you time and money.
Makes sense. And businesses probably love this.
Absolutely. They've got this enterprise dashboard. Companies can see their workforce's skills in real time. Imagine seeing exactly where your company's skill gaps are and addressing them with targeted training.
Okay, I get it. But how does the learning actually work? Does everyone just get a VR headset?
That's the cool part. EON Reality uses XR extended reality, which is both virtual and augmented reality, to create these immersive learning experiences.
Immersive learning experiences. Like what?
Like simulations. They use them to teach everything, from technical skills like repairing a jet engine to soft skills like how to give a presentation.
Hold up, soft skills in VR.
Yeah. Imagine practicing a sales pitch in VR and getting feedback from an AI coach in real time, or role-playing tough conversations with a virtual coworker to improve your conflict resolution skills.
Whoa. Wait, the AI gives you feedback, like on your body language and tone.
It's pretty advanced. They're even using reinforcement learning. The AI constantly learns from your actions in the simulation and adjusts its feedback to help you improve faster.
So it's like a personal coach, but inside a video game. Amazing. But after you learn these skills, how do you actually land a job?
Well, that's where their AI-powered job matchmaking comes in. They have this AI engine that connects your new skills to real job openings.
So it's not just learning, it's about getting hired.
Exactly. And it goes even further. EON Reality offers AI-driven mock interviews to help you practice.
Like you can completely bomb an interview virtually with no real-world consequences.
Pretty much. It's a safe space to practice, get feedback, and build your confidence before a real interview.
I can see how that would be super valuable, like a dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
But does it actually work? Does learning in VR actually translate to real-world skills?
That's a good question, and it's something researchers are still studying, but the early results are promising. Several studies in the white paper suggest people who learn in VR retain information better and can apply their skills better in real-world situations.
Why is that?
Well, think about it. When you're learning in VR, you're not just passively absorbing information, you're actively engaged.
Yeah.
You're using your hands, your body, your senses, and because the simulations are so realistic, your brain thinks you're really experiencing it.
It's like the difference between reading about riding a bike and actually riding one.
Exactly. And you can repeat VR simulations over and over again to practice a skill until you've mastered it without any real-world consequences if you mess up.
So VR can make learning more effective and enjoyable.
That's the idea. Of course, VR isn't magic. It's a tool. But it's a tool that has the potential to change how we learn and work, especially with AI.
Okay, so let's say I'm sold on learning in VR.
Mm.
What's next? Do they just give you a headset and say, good luck?
Not quite. They've developed these end-to-end learning paths that guide you through everything. Remember, assess, learn, simulate, certify, employ.
Right, that sounds catchy. But what does it actually mean?
It means they're not just throwing tech at the problem, they're thinking holistically about the learner's journey. First, they assess your skills, then they create a personalized learning path, then they give you VR simulations to practice, then they help you get certified, and finally connect you with employers who are looking for those skills.
Wow, that's comprehensive.
Mhm.
Are employers actually into this? Will they hire people who learn their skills in VR?
That's the key question, and the answer seems to be increasingly yes. More and more employers are recognizing the value of VR training.
Why is that?
Well, for one, it's cost-effective. VR training can be a lot cheaper than traditional training, especially when you factor in travel expenses and lost productivity. Plus, it's scalable. You can train tons of employees at the same time in VR.
I see. It's not just about individual learners. It's about organizations changing their workforce development strategies.
Exactly. And then there's the skills gap we talked about. Employers need skilled workers, and they're realizing that VR training can help them close that gap faster and more effectively.
Okay, this is making sense. Can we shift gears for a second and talk about something that I think gets overlooked a lot in these conversations about tech and the future of work?
What's that?
The human factor. Learning new things, changing careers, it can be scary and stressful. Sometimes technology can feel isolating, not connecting. Does EON Reality address any of that?
That's a great point, and I'm glad you brought it up. It's something the white paper actually touches on.
Really?
They talk about how their platform includes mental health and well-being in the learning process.
How do they do that?
One way is through their AI-powered coaching. The AI coach doesn't just give feedback on your skills. It also offers encouragement, stress reduction techniques, and even helps you practice soft skills like communication and collaboration.
So it's like a virtual cheerleader and therapist all in one.
In a way, yes. It's
Mhm.
about recognizing that learning isn't just about knowledge and skills. It's also about building resilience, confidence, and a growth mindset.
That's fascinating. It sounds like EON Reality is trying to create a more human-centered approach to learning, even in a world that's becoming more and more dominated by technology.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes their approach so interesting. They're not just focused on the technical side, they're also thinking about the learner's emotional and psychological needs.
I'm impressed. Sounds like they've really thought this through. But I'm curious, do they address any potential downsides, like data privacy concerns, algorithmic bias, or over-reliance on AI?
Those are all valid concerns. And to be honest, the white paper doesn't really go into those issues too much.
That's kind of a red flag, isn't it?
It is, and it's something we should all be thinking about as we use these new technologies. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of it all, but it's important to remember technology is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Good point. So as we wrap up our deep dive into EON Reality's AI-powered XR platform, I think it's fair to say they're doing some really innovative things, but there are still some big questions that need answers. What do you think?
I agree. EON Reality's platform could revolutionize the way we learn and work, but we need to approach this technology critically and consider both the benefits and the risks.
Well said. So let's move on to our final thoughts.
Mm,
Okay, so we've talked about a lot. AI-powered skill assessments, virtual reality simulations, even mental well-being and learning.
yeah, a lot to digest. But I think the main takeaway is that the world of work is changing fast. We all need to be ready to adapt.
Definitely. And EON Reality seems to be offering a way to do just that.
Yeah, they're not just changing how we learn. They're creating a whole new ecosystem for learning and work. More personalized, more efficient, and more aligned with what individuals, any employers need.
It's a big vision.
Uh-huh.
But what does it mean for like the average person? Someone who's maybe feeling a little anxious about their career's future.
That's the question, isn't it? And the answer is exciting, but also a little scary.
How so?
Well, think about it. Platforms like EON Reality could make learning and opportunity available to everyone. Imagine a world where anyone can learn the skills they need to succeed, no matter their background or where they live.
That's a powerful idea.
It is, but it also makes you wonder about the future of work itself. If tech can automate more and more tasks, what does that mean for human workers? Will we all need to be tech experts just to keep our jobs?
Those are huge questions.
Uh,
And honestly, I don't think anyone has the answers yet.
I agree. But the important thing is that we're talking about it, thinking critically about how technology affects our lives and work.
And not just accepting the future that's being presented to us, but actively shaping it.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, the future of work isn't going to be decided by algorithms or robots.
It's going to be decided by us, by the choices we make, the skills we build, and the values we care about.
Couldn't have said it better. And I think that brings us to the end of our deep dive.
Thanks for joining us as we explored EON Reality's AI-powered XR platform. We hope it's given you some things to think about and maybe even inspired you to take charge of your own learning and career.
Remember, the future isn't something that just happens to us. We create it together.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep exploring the possibilities.